All the way live. Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
What up, party people? It's your boy Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. It is going down the way it always does. It feels like Monday because we took yesterday off in lieu of the election and getting out and vote. Did you vote? I hope you did. I did. Went and got my vote on. My little sticker is still on my little sweater I had on yesterday. You really vote for the sticker. I mean, let's keep it real. It's no civic duty. You're not trying to do the right thing. You want the god doggone sticker. And I don't like people to give me this thing. I like to pick my own sticker. I know they're all the same. I want my own sticker. Great day yesterday. Beautiful day here in Atlanta. Pretty good day this morning. This is always a tough day for us here at the Perry House. We got to take the damn tuba. My daughter plays the tuba. Now, she told me, she said, Daddy, I want to play the drums. I'm getting my mind ready for drums. She done went to the school and let the man talk her into a damn tuba. Now, we got to carry a tuba. Let me tell you something about a damn tuba. It's heavy. Tuba is a big-ass, heavy-ass instrument. My baby, all of 72 pounds soaking wet with rocks in her pocket. So who got to carry the tuba? Who playing the tuba? Rodney Perry playing the tuba. Welcome to the show, guys. Always tuning in. Appreciate y'all. Shout out my audience. Media Room 360, powered by us. DJ Teddy Bear is in the building. Todd Gibbs, I see you. Lynette Jewel, Ansel Jones, appreciate you. Oh, Stella is in the building. What's up, Stella Hetherington? Stella, I need to have you on. We need to talk politics today. Who's winning? Who's losing? What up, cuz? Lynette say, you got your water? I got my water. I love this stuff. Icelandic. I get them to be a sponsor of the show. It would be great. Sylvia Crawford is in the building. Robert, welcome. Trina Pinkard, never too late. Todd Johnson, welcome. Hey, good morning, Uncle Rodney. Back by popular demand. We love when this lady comes and co-hosts. Her hair is wonderful on today. I don't know what she's doing. I think she's show prepping. She's looking down. Hop Good is in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, my co-host for the day, Ms. Fabulously talented. I've shared the stage with her on many occasions. Miss Eunice Elliott. What up, Eunice?
Good morning, Rodney Perry, my lovely pumpkin sunshine.
Oh, God.
Just love you. Agree with everything you've ever thought and ever said.
Oh, my God. So Eunice is referring to, here on the show, we say she's a bit, what I call it? She's a bit disagreeable. Is that fair?
Not fair.
Not fair at all.
So I consider myself more of a thought leader. So a lot of times,
I'm not mad at thought leader. I like that.
Yeah. So thought leaders have to think something first, right? That may seem disagreeable with the norm. And then other people say, oh, okay, I get what she was saying. So
they come on board later.
Yeah. They'll follow me soon. Yeah.
Eventually, whether they like it or not.
At some point. Yes.
First of all, I love the hair.
Oh, thank you. This is actually, I had a shoot yesterday where I had to wear a wig. So my hair was twisted up under it. And this morning I untwisted my hair. So
it looks gorgeous. I love that. I love that look.
Thank you, Rodney Perry.
Well, you know, your election day. Did you early vote or did you vote yesterday?
I early voted because I had a shoot yesterday, so I knew I wasn't going to be around on the 8th. And you know, I actually have consciously detached from the process, as you mentioned. Yes, we're voting for the stickers. But I think politics, and especially with the two-party system, it's become so not anything it ever was supposed to be that it's hard to get excited about any of it anymore because, you know, the basic concept is that we've elected certain people to go speak on our behalf in Washington. And that's not what any of this ever feels like. It feels like us versus them versus us. And I don't see anything really being done to help me as a citizen, as a taxpayer. So I'm kind of over it.
You're in Alabama. What's the big issue? Who are the big people to look out for?
Well, you know, our governor is Kay Ivey. They call her Meemaw, very elderly woman, and not to be an ageist, but a little bit racist.
No. I'm definitely an ageist. If your ass is too old, get out of there.
But you know what? Most of the politicians in Washington are too old. I mean, I love Maxine Waters, Nancy Pelosi. They're in their 80s, and I'm not saying they should just be retired to pasture. But
your ass can't even work at Walmart as a door greeter at 80.
I just feel it's time for some fresh new energy, fresh new ideas. And I really think there's no way, I don't care how many people brief you on what's going on in the world, if you have not been living in said world for 50 plus years, because you've been a little bit siloed in Washington, you haven't been a regular citizen, it's hard to fight for our issues.
My cousin is on the line. She said, I agree with Eunice.
Oh,
and this is big. This is big for Stella. First of all, Stella is a real political lady. And
okay.
she loves what's that old man name that everybody like?
Jimmy Carter.
No, he's old current man.
The president?
Democrat.
This could be anybody, Rodney.
Stella, tell me the man. What's his name? He talks like a Jewish guy, and he's like this. And all right, Bernie Sanders. Yes.
Oh, Bernie Sanders. Okay, the other old white.
Bernie Sanders is 1,000 years old. Bernie Sanders is the only one in Washington, D.C. that's younger than our president.
Well, and that says a lot. And I think right now, because people become lifetime politicians, they're not great politicians. They just become politicians, but they're not representative of the people, their income, their tax bracket, their resources.
What makes you a great politician, though, Eunice? What do you think?
I know what's going on, right? Because I'm living through it. And so then I can go speak for all the people on my block and in my city and on my state, because we're all living the same situation. So when it's time to speak up, I can say, well, let me tell you what's happening in Alabama, because that's where I live. This is where my house is, on this block. These people aren't living our lives. And again, they've been in office for 40, 50 years. They haven't lived this American life ever. And so it's hard for them to be speaking on my behalf.
Right. I think a lot of people have a lot of great ideas, but the people with the great ideas, the smarty pants people that should be like, you know, maybe helping this place are not.
We ain't gonna run for office.
They're not great. They're not great at being public.
Yeah.
You know, like Stella's talking about Bernie. She said his message. Oh, here it goes. I'm sorry. His message and actions have not changed basically over the duration of his career. He still represents the people. And I'm not mad at that. But what I'm saying is a lot of people like Bernie, even Stacey Abrams, perhaps, here in Georgia. And I had this conversation with my brother last night. They probably should win, but they may not, because they're not palatable, if that makes any sense. They're not popular. At the end of the day, it's more a popularity contest than anything.
Right. And even beyond popularity, like I said, we're so divided, red versus blue, and then that tends to be a racial conversation. And so people who aren't even informed on issues, I can tell you in Alabama, we're a red state. The majority of Alabama lives in poverty, is uneducated, is underemployed. And so for us to be a red state, that tells you the majority of people in Alabama vote against their own interests just to vote Republican. Right. And it's because there's no understanding. It's just, okay, we're gonna win. And
I'll tell you like this:
not there
you might not like the Republicans, but they don't give a damn. They gonna vote. They gonna vote their Republican down the party line, no matter what. And you know, the Democrats seem to be a bit wishy-washy to me. Like,
well, I feel like Democrats try to hold themselves to such a high moral ground that then it's not focused on what the Republicans are focused on, which is just winning. Now, again, at the end of the day, I still think it's all messed up. It's all flawed. But I do think the Republicans be so trying to be like, yeah, we're right and we're good people. And Republicans like, I don't care if you're good or not, just win. But I just don't see either one of us representing too many of my interests as a woman in America trying to afford a home, trying to afford food, trying to start a business. Like, I don't see anybody talking to me about that.
All right, Stella says, my understanding that the progressives in Georgia ain't feeling Stacey. How about this? I think Stacey is smart. I think she's savvy. But when they had Stacey out there on that damn field dancing, I said, this girl trying to win. And people gotta like you. Like, Hillary Clinton lost to me because nobody liked her. But I won't beat this to death this morning because, you know, the quickest way to bring your show down is talk politics. All right. Hopkins said Oklahoma is the same way. Heller getting the final political word. Democrats aren't paying any more attention to the people than Republicans. Bernie is not a Democrat. Last word for Rodney Perry. If you're not a Republican or a Democrat, I believe you're throwing away your vote. I think you just want to be seen because the vast majority is either one or the other. But I could be wrong. Let's look at this story. Eunice, have you seen this? Rapper The Baby. He took some flack last year. He said something about, did he mess with the gays? He messed with the gays.
He's had a couple of situations. I mean, I think as a male rapper, misogyny is just a given, right? But yeah, he has some
as a male period. But yeah.
Again, I would never speak on all men, but yes, I agree with you.
Indeed.
But look, it's a lot of women are misogynistic too. We're just trained, just like there's a lot of black people that are racist in their minds against or prejudice against black folks.
Prejudice is fair, racist is not.
Yeah. And so we all have had a number done on us mentally, but The Baby, yeah, he seems to be problematic in what a lot of these young people are finding out. So I'm a former publicist before social media. And that worked out a lot better because everyone does not need to know what everyone is thinking all the time.
Yes.
And I think that's why this cancel culture, people are getting off the rails because you feel like, well, because they like my music, they would like or interested in my opinion. And I've had so many artists that I have had to consciously not consume as much as people so I can still appreciate their art.
Reality shows gave you a glimpse into a person's life that you really didn't need.
Didn't need it.
It's a few people that because of reality, I don't like them no more.
Exactly. And I think people don't realize it's not about overexposure, but it's just about keep some mystery. You know, in the old and golden days, you could write a letter to somebody's fan club and maybe they send you a picture back. That was more than enough. That's all we needed. I was going to buy every album. I was going to buy every magazine. I was going to watch every show. But now that I'm seeing what you post every day on social media, probably not. I'm good.
All right. Since The Baby has fallen off, Eunice, he put his tickets on sale 2 for 1. It's rumored that he's been taking a break on sales. He has had to cancel some shows. Is The Baby done, Eunice? What's your thoughts?
Well, I'm probably not The Baby's demographic, so I didn't realize that The Baby was on to be able to say he's done. But as far as 2 for 1, that's actually in Birmingham where they have those tickets on sale for 2 for 1. And people talk about people having tickets on Groupon or whatever. As a marketing person, I would think that's to try to make it accessible for his audience who may not be able to afford the traditionally really high priced tickets. So to me, I would say, hey, a lot of these young kids don't have jobs. They don't have money. They're big fans of yours. This will give more of them an opportunity to attend the show.
That's a nice spin on it. That's a nice spin.
But I'm saying on the ego side of it, and then that's how they should spend it, is look, most of my demographic ain't balling right now, ain't balling yet. And I want them to be able to enjoy a show at home in a safe environment and enjoy the entertainment. People who outprice their tickets, I mean, it's not, I went to a Beyonce concert a few years ago, spent maybe $200 on a ticket. I was not sitting on the stage with her. And even though it was amazing.
If you spend $200, you watch it from your house on the link.
That's what I'm saying. But for $200, I'm like, come on, me and Beyonce, I'm backstage. And I felt when she left, she did such an amazing show. I'm such a fan. But I said, I'll never do this again because this ain't for me. Because now how much you pay for a ticket is part of the status of people. And it's like, I'm not going to do that.
I hear what you're saying in terms of maybe he's doing something to reach out to people, but he's not. He taking a brick, and we all go through the ebbs and flows of a career. I say if I'm the baby, just pack down for the long haul, and the people will come back with a hit record.
So you think he just should not be doing live shows right now?
No. I think he should do live shows, but do small venues.
Okay. Yeah.
You might have to come out of the arena, go into some cool little theaters, real sexy, sell them out, and build back.
Or get a promoter who will pay you to come and then have a free show and then keep it moving. Because then now you're showing that you got a packed crowd.
Look at how good. I paid $750 to see Jay, and I was 4 rows. Who the hell is Jay?
They on first name.
Talking about Jay-Z like they friends.
If you pay $750, that's your cousin now. Y'all is literally blood relatives.
If first of all, if Jay-Z is my cousin, I pay $750, then I need to stop being cousins with him.
I just think right now paying a lot of money for stuff is now the flex. When I'm like, but is the quality there? Is the value there? Does it make sense? I will say this: a lot of money for some if it's great.
I will say this: I have never seen Beyonce, but from what I understand, her ticket is well worth.
Oh, she's a tremendous show.
Tremendous. Yeah.
However, you know what I felt when she ended the 2-hour show and danced and sang every note? She's going to leave me and go do this in another city. And she's never going to think about me again. So no, it wasn't worth my $200.
Oh, wow. You don't think it was worth it?
It was worth it. Performance-wise, but I'm saying the way I felt I thought I did something by paying $200 to go see this show.
Oh, she's not paying a light bill with your little money.
That's what I'm saying. I realized, you know what? She don't need this from me. You know what? Let me not put myself in a situation to feel like she needed this from me. She's a superstar. Amazing show. Would tell anybody who gets a chance to go to a show, go to a show. Michelle Obama is coming to Atlanta, and I got on the wait list to buy a ticket to see Michelle Obama. The cheapest tickets was $395. Me and Michelle ain't like that. We not like that. Okay. No.
I mean, but isn't it a once in a lifetime ticket? Don't you just go just to be in the room?
Not me.
I'm gonna say no, hell no to that.
So I think, Rodney, this is the thing, and maybe you'll appreciate this, or maybe you won't, because you might be like the politicians. You might be out of touch. As a celebrity,
I might be out of touch.
You might be out of touch as a celebrity. Let me say this: you might be out of touch as a celebrity.
I'm not a celebrity.
I'm
a black man in America.
Let me say this: when you are in spaces with your peers in comedy, and the people that you love, the people that everybody loves, the people that's on the tip of everybody's name, you in the room as a friend. You didn't buy no ticket to be in the room to be ignored and for them not to know you, but you just there because you were a peer and colleague of theirs. Once you've had those moments, it's harder to go back and buy a ticket to be in a stadium.
I will personally buy a ticket. I'll tell you why. In comedy, I've only bought a ticket for one person, and that was Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
And in your defense, at the end of the day, I was like, I shouldn't have bought this ticket. And no disrespect to him.
Not at all.
It was a great show. He did a wonderful job, but we're peers, and so it's always difficult to buy a ticket from a peer.
And not because you don't believe in their talent, don't support them, but it is this thing of once you. It ain't too many. I don't know. I just feel like it's just like Beyonce's line with Adidas Ivy Park. She sends big boxes of Ivy Park to different celebrities And then they show the box arriving, they put it on, right? She's sending that to them for free. Ain't none of them people gonna go buy no Ivy Park. They love Beyonce.
They might. They might.
No, you know who buys Ivy Park? The poor people who can't afford it. So then they can have the stuff that the rich people have that they're getting for free.
Alfreda says, I'm not paying no $200 for no one. Really, Alfreda? Don't be like that. I'm telling you, I would pay the money for certain people that I must see.
Who would you pay $750 to see today?
Wow. I would pay $750 for Jay-Z. I sure would.
Where are you sitting? Where are you sitting for this $750? Where are you?
I'm front row. I'm front row $750.
Do you have backstage access? Is this a meet?
I don't need backstage, but I'm definitely sitting on the front row.
$750.
You know what? I don't like the judgment.
No, but you're a famous celebrity, so $750 to you is $7.50 to me.
That's not first of all, that's not fair at all.
So we have to adjust a little bit.
Roy Hopgood says, as a fan of art, I'll pay what the art costs. It's not to flex, it's for my affinity of the artist and their art. How about that?
Now, I agree with that in theory.
Okay.
I would pay to travel somewhere. I would pay to, some like a art exhibit or something. I would probably pay more than the average bear for that. But I also know that I will have an experience in totality. At a concert, I'm paying for parking. I'm standing in line to pee. I'm dealing with other people's issues. And so it's not a pure.
Okay, let's break it down. Parking is a separate cost. So that's $750 plus XXX.
In the hassle of it, okay.
And
Uber to the
if
show,
you don't drink a lot of water, you don't have to pee.
Okay, you want to have drinks, you want to have food. I'm just saying, all of it. It just kind of starts.
You know what, Trina? Don't be listening to Eunice.
Listen,
Rodney money ain't our money.
I like
know
the
what?
audience, Rodney, because they are thought leaders.
Who pretending like I'm rich? First of all.
No, it's not about rich, right? Because this is what I realize about luxury. It's a mindset. It's not about how much money you have in your bank account, because there's people who don't have money that will pay to have brands, and that's not even a luxury mindset.
Hey, how about this? Taki Bates says, Rodney, I pay $140 to see BBD, Guy, and SWV. I will pay for that.
I ain't tripping, but I also know I'm going to know the songs. It's going to be my demographic in the crowd. It's going to be a good time. I would do that. Yes, I would do that for that. Yes. Now, more than likely, though, I could probably try to find some free tickets. And I'm going to enjoy it that much more.
Oh, God. All right, guys. Moving on. Takeoff, the young man that was shot last week, his going or home ceremony is going to be located at the State Farm Arena here in Atlanta, Georgia. They are selling tickets to Georgia residents, and Justin Bieber will be performing.
Interesting.
Such a sad story with this guy, man. Mm-hmm. Young man, to all accounts, they say he's a great guy. And for him to go so early, so soon, I mean, I want to say he's the same age as my son. Mm. And it's a tough day, man. Tough day.
It's it's one of those things. I think also it's a social media piece attached to this tragedy. We've been having young men, specifically young Black men, being murdered for decades, unfortunately. And what's interesting, I find, is, and I think this is everybody, white, Black, but young people, there is no regard for life, but there's this huge regard, goes back to what I'm talking about, ego. I think people feed so much off of ego that if I disagree with you, if you step on my shoe, if you have something I want, my ego tells me that you should pay with your life, right? Wow. And that's just such a weird way that so many people are walking around the world. That could be a man with a woman or vice versa, a relationship. And because I want to break up, now I have to pay with my life because your ego feels like you get to decide that. And so I think this is just ego-driven behavior up and down the block. As far as like when people say, the music contributes. I think it's society as a whole that people are just raised to think that they're the most important thing and their opinion is the most important in the room. And anything outside of that, you get canceled, you get killed, you get, and it's like, that's the sadness of it, because I don't see how it can stop.
Wow, well said, Eunice Elliott. My co-host for today, my name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in the Rodney Perry Live. Lil Scrappy and his mom, Mama D, had a heated exchange on a reality show. And I mean, Scrappy just told her, like, yo, you brought me up in a tumultuous situation. And the question I pose to you, Eunice, are we as parents at blame for how our children ultimately were raised? I mean, we were young. I mean, I'm guilty of it. I was young. I was out trying to make a life for us, and my children may have been neglected. Am I at blame for that?
I think blame isn't the word. Did you contribute to how they turned out? Yes. I think, with parents, what you learn as you get older or even become a parent is that your parents had no idea what they were doing. Nobody's parents knew what they were doing. It's just with some people who had some kids and then tried to figure it out. And unfortunately, what some people figured out may not have contributed to the well-being of their children in a way that the child was able to receive it, right? So whereas a parent might say, hey, I wasn't here because I was working to afford your private school. A child would say, I didn't want to go to a private school. I wanted you, and so you can only do what you know how to do. I think at some point, though, as a young person who grows up and realize what contributed to them being the way they are, at some point now it is your responsibility to deal with the traumas, unlearn past behaviors, and to set a new course for yourself. And I see this mostly with men. I saw that clip with Scrappy, and I have great compassion for young men in this country. And I know you would be surprised because I say men are trash, but let me say this. I have great compassion for little boys and young men in this society and country, because I feel like from a very early age, their low life experience is stunted. They are not encouraged to develop into emotionally aware creatures. They are not usually encouraged to explore creativity, and I think because little boys are told, get up, don't cry, you a man, or he's already the man of the house, or he's a protector. He never gets to be a kid or a little boy, or, we talk about black boy joy. And so then they grow up to be these men who have no connectivity to other people because they may have felt alone because mom was at work. We won't ever talk about the dad who wasn't there at all, right? And I don't like, putting the burden on the parent who stayed as to what's wrong. So, but then at some point you got to switch it and say, okay, that how I was raised is not serving me well. I have to adopt some new behaviors as an adult on my own. But I don't think parent knew what they was doing ever. You can't know. You do what you know how to do, and hopefully you're doing it because you feel it's the best. It's people who were given everything or had helicopter parents. They still turn out crazy, so you don't know.
Well, we have definitely struck a nerve with our group. They're chatting up a storm. Let's grab a couple of these comments. Let's see. Ty Gibbs says, no, we was just playing the hand we was dealing with, dealt, and we can't be responsible for what our kids do. The system is effed up and sad way the world changes. I mean, sad. Okay, Ty Gibbs.
I think you have to be.
Hold on. Let me get a couple, Miss Eunice. I know you want to jump on all these. Andromeda. My son is allowed to cry and be angry and process every level of emotion. I also allow him to voice his frustration, even if I'm the source. I don't know about that, but I hear you. Well said. What Stella talking about? Still agreeing with Eunice. Stella agreed with Eunice. And okay. All right. Oh, we look at that.
Yeah, listen.
Somebody said preach, Eunice.
I'm telling you, listen, but these are the conversations we're not having, right? Parents are responsible for their children. At some point, children become adults. Now, as an adult, you are responsible for yourself. But your childhood, you're just a bigger version of what you were, right? So if you had a horrible childhood, you're going to struggle with some things. But that's going to be on you to work through that struggle, not your parents.
Andromeda says, I take full responsibility for everything I place in my child's mind and sight. I check in with my 7-year-old weekly and ask what he needs and my 22-year-old monthly. Good for you. Latrice says, look, it's a hard pill to swallow, but yes, we are responsible.
Yes.
You know, and how about this? You know, as a father, I you know, like you say, you take an inventory of the situation. I've talked to my son, you know, I've talked to my daughters, and sure, we've made mistakes in raising them, but the grander scheme, we got lucky enough to have some great kids. You know, and that's all you can hope is that your God sticks his head in and guides them when you have failed. You know, and a lot of us, like myself, were young and just kind of flying by the seat of our pants. So it's one of those things that you figure out over time. You know, would I have done some things different? Absolutely. All right, moving on. Let's see. Oh, Rihanna opens up about amazing experience of motherhood for the first time. Rihanna, she hasn't dropped her child's name or a picture yet, but I like that she's protecting her child. What do you think, Eunice?
I agree 100%. I mean, people on the internet are crazy. And the people that she knows and loves, I'm sure, knows her baby's name and has seen the baby, has been with the baby, and that's all that matters. I think when people put their babies out there, obviously it's the most exciting thing happening in their lives. But we know for a fact there's too many people who have a login and still ain't wiping properly. Can't wait to get on there and call your baby ugly. You know, you know, okay.
Well,
let me
first
talk
of all,
about
Rihanna baby is not ugly.
Let me say wiping properly. This is the thing that I think is a trend. When people come on the internet to troll or say negative things, everybody can have an opinion. I'm not talking about opinions. But when people troll everything that anybody does, I know they are not wiping properly. Okay. I know they have shit stains. It's not even a question. It's scientific. Okay. But I think of little Kim when she posted her baby and her baby has some eye issues. Everybody can see her baby had eye issues, but who goes on the internet to say something to a woman about her baby's eye? You know what I'm saying? So no, I would never put my baby out there. I would put my baby's name. I don't need none of these people's approval, validation, nothing.
Well, what do eye issues look like, Eunice?
The baby might have a lazy eye. Well, some people call it wall-eyed.
Wall-eyed?
Wall-eyed, where you look at them when they looking at you and then the eye looking at the wall. Now, I didn't say that about her baby though. Because I would never.
Hey guys, let's take a break. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. And if your ass is wall-eyed, God still loves you. Hey, what's wrong with you, man?
I would never.
Hey, y'all, this is Rodney Perry. We'll be right back. Let me find a word. She said ain't wall-eyed. I ain't never even heard that. Wall-eyed?
After the accident,
I was stuck paying all these medical bills.
The Witherspoon Law Group understands that you didn't deserve what happened to you, but you do deserve justice.
They weren't just there for me, they fought for me.
I care about what my clients are going through. We are in the fight of their lives.
We don't just fight for you, we fight with you and make sure you get the compensation you deserve.
And that's why we do what we do. And what we do is win.
Call 844-WE-WIN-44.
Yeah, buddy, Witherspoon Law. Hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy, Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. Always a pleasure to work with this young lady. Her opinions are always clear and concise. I disagree with most of them, but that's neither here nor there. She's here today. Thank you. The lovely and talented Miss Eunice Elliott. Is it whack for me to include lovely in my introduction of you?
It's appropriate to know. It's okay. No, but let me say, I've never been your co-host where it was just like me and not 8,000 other people. So
First
thank
of all,
you. This feels better. This feels
it's
better.
always two. And I know you have a lot to say. So I told her, book her by herself.
So thank you for the lovely compliment. It is not a problem to introduce me as lovely, but I have mentioned to you that when male comedians introduce female comedians, I do not like to be introduced as a female comedian. I don't like to be introduced based on
Y'all ready for a lady?
Yeah.
Y'all ready for a female?
This next comedian, she beautiful. I'm not there to be beautiful. I'm there to be funny.
Show some love for somebody with some ovary.
It just lowers the bar, and it ain't cute. And no woman comedian needs
Does it lower the bar?
It does. It lowers
Maybe
the
it
bar.
raises the bar. The units, right?
No, it's the same difference as if you had a little kid coming up next, right? You preparing the audience to be a little bit gentle, be a little bit. This ain't gonna be the level of what I am, and now I want you to get
that's
ready.
Not, but that, let me push back on that a little bit because it may not. I don't think it's diminishing the room at all. The room is probably 80% female, so I'm letting the women know that somebody with your perspective possibly is coming.
And you would feel that as a man. I'm telling you, that is not what it is as a woman. I'm the next comedian on the lineup. Y'all ready to keep this funny show? Man, everybody on this lineup is fire. Bring it to the stage. Next comedian, Eunice Elliott. I've had men introduce me as this about to be my next baby mama. Before I come out, oh man, this comedian, she's so fine. Oh, ain't none of that got to do with my art, which is the same as your art, but it has been diminished by the way you brought me to the stage and presented me to the audience. And so now you already climbing out of a hole.
Okay, Stella says it presumes.
Stella.
Oh God, Stella.
Yes. You're letting exactly. It's almost like any kind of diversity and equity, inclusion. You know why I have a problem with any of these DEI conversations people now try to have? Because they're saying the standard.
Wait. Todd says next time say, here comes hateful ass.
Guess who gonna show up? Me. I'm good with that. I'm actually okay with it. But listen, when people talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion, and I get invited to speak on panels with different companies and corporations, I have to let them know I'd be offended by being included in this conversation because that means you have asked me to accept the standard as being a white straight man. So anything that ain't a white straight man now qualifies as diverse. Get out of here. He is not my standard.
That brings up a whole nother conversation. I think all white men are gay a little bit, but that's another conversation.
Another conversation for another day.
Welcome to the show.
But it lowers the bar and the expectation for the audience when men say, are y'all ready for a woman? There's no reason to ever say, because why would they have to get ready for a woman differently than if they got ready for a man?
Let's get in another school of thought. Comedian Randy Sky, fabulous, funny, silly little lady. Mm-hmm. Never agrees with me.
I'm okay with that.
Which is just not fair. Comedian Jake Staley is in the building right now. Jake Staley said, "What's good, Rodney and Eunice?" Hey, what's up, Jake? All right. She's here.
I love Randy. I have sent Randy messages just to tell her I love to hear her talk. I love her voice.
I love you back.
We all love Randy Sky. Randy Sky, is it a faux pas for a fellow comedian that happens to be a male to introduce you as a female?
Yeah, I agree with what Eunice was saying. I was listening. No, I definitely agree. Like, why I just can't be another funny comedian? Why I got to be a female? They always do that shit.
Show some love for a little lady up there.
They give us the hardest damn time. You know what I mean? They always want to talk about when we bomb or females be bombing. Females only want to say dick jokes. Man, men bomb every day, B. Men bomb every day, B. You know what I'm saying? Every single day. They talk about their penis all the time.
All the time.
You know what I mean?
Did you just slip into New York lingo? Did you say B?
Yeah, like every day, B. Every day.
Word up, B.
Like, no, but for real, it's just like, you know, and then they want to put that it's a female comedian coming to the stage. Y'all ready for a female? Like, if I'm funny, I'm funny. I know I'm funnier than a lot of these men that I be seeing out here. For the record, I personally go out of my way not to say things like that.
Because it's been brought to your attention. What's
the percentage of your male counterparts that make the effort not to do that? Eunice.
Rodney, you are good with listening to information and consuming it and activating it. a lot of times we're not in safe places to even communicate that to a lot of the dudes that are doing it, or it wouldn't even be worth it, right? Because then that turns into a whole nother debate argument that is not even worth having. But I think if someone tells you, anybody tells you something they don't like, you should not then defend doing it. You should just say, oh, okay, thanks for letting me know.
Oh, well, not these men in this industry.
Well, I know, right? But Rodney is unique in that he will listen and consume. I don't talk to a whole lot of men about it because it's not worth it to me.
Yeah.
Randy, do you agree? I mean, I've seen you check people before, like, but I've also seen you introduce women as women. Here come another lady, blah, blah. Is that not the same thing?
I mean, most of the time when I bring up another one, I'd be like, y'all want some more female energy because I'm already giving it. So to me, like, I'm a female.
So like what's the difference, though? What's the difference? If I, as a male, say, here comes a lady, y'all saying that's wrong. I'm saying as a female, it's just as wrong, no?
No. Just don't say it. You can't do what we do. See, that's the problem with men.
Y'all
always want to try to do what we do. You know, that's the problem with men. You can't do what we do.
That part.
Y'all can't go up there. Like, we can go up there and talk to a group of females and be like, bitch, you crazy. You go up there and do that, you offensive.
I'm going to say you bitches is crazy.
See, that ain't the same.
But I'm a comedian. I can say anything that pops in my head. That's the beautiful part about being a comedian.
But Rodney, you know, with any grouping, a black man can say something to you that a white man can't say. So it's the same that a woman can say something to me that can't nobody else say.
Stella makes a great point. How often do you, as a male, introduce other males? All right, y'all, come to the stage. Somebody with some balls. Show some love. My man. You know what? Great point, Stella. I never introduced men as men. I was like, I might say my dog or coming to the stage, blah, blah. I've never said, hold up, here comes another guy. I've never.
And let me say this about Randy talking about it being another female. Like she said, by the time she didn't set the bar so high, blazing the stage, she's like, and we gonna keep it going just like this with my sister. You know, so it's not when men do it.
It's not diminishing.
It's a diminishing. It just is.
That's interesting.
I'm so sick of men.
Oh, Randy. Call me
later. Know, I mean, that might be a whole nother topic.
It is.
So let's just...
I mean, are you really sick of me, Randy? I mean, you guys are both heterosexual, am I right?
Yeah.
So you sick of me, but you still got to do your thing eventually.
I ain't getting no thing done. So
listen, men, I'm 1 year into retirement. I'm a little over a year of retirement from dating because
retirement.
I retired last October. Okay, because men are so uninteresting, so underwhelming, so uninspired, and stay somewhere trying to give you a complex and low self-esteem.
Yeah,
it don't even match. It don't match.
That part. That part. The men. Yeah.
It's weird because Randy, y'all know this. I'll say this to Randy. You trying to date and you trying to be accessible and available and digestible to these men, right? But what you ultimately are doing is trying to pour all this into a small cup. He can't even handle it. But instead of trying to grow his cup and develop his cup and manage his cups, he's somewhere trying to make you feel too.
Hold on, ladies. My ladies, y'all my friends, stop right there. At what point do we take responsibility for the men you're picking?
Randy, do you want to take that or do you?
I mean, I didn't try the whole plethora. So at this point, I don't. At this point, I honestly don't know what else. I've had all ages, different types. Some of them even be ugly. I don't even be liking them. So I know I went outside my damn box. And what I'm not going to tolerate is no ugly man treat me all type of way. That's where I draw the line. You know? But I mean, it's a bunch of games being played. It's never nothing straight up. I think. I don't know. I'm at a loss of words.
So would you prefer honesty even if it was something that was hard to swallow?
Yeah, because I'm going to be honest with you too. That's the problem. And see, that's my problem too. Sometimes I might be too honest. You know what I mean? Say I'm dating a guy. He won't be honest that he's dating other people, and then get mad when I tell him I let a groupie eat my butt in the parking lot after a show. Like, we're not together. Like, why would you be mad about that? I thought that I could tell you how things are,
Can I cut you off for a second?
Huh?
That might be a little too transparent.
She said I might be too honest.
I'm just saying, I don't know.
Can I say something about?
No, you cannot.
If they say if we're friends, let's
hold
be
on.
friends. Like,
Stop right there, Randy Scott.
What?
You two, hold on. You keep the butt reference to yourself.
Okay. Maybe I just
do that. Can we agree that hold on? Can we agree that getting your butt ate by a groupie in the parking lot? And here goes. Are you in the front seat of the back?
Front.
I can't.
You gotta put that seat back. Drop the seat back.
Oh God. Okay. Anyway, it's a lot.
I want to get us back on track. Let me say
go
this.
ahead.
What's interesting is that when women say that they are having a hard time dating, the question or the answer is always you picking the wrong man. There's never any accountability put on the men who suck. And so if we're telling you, not just me, not just her, it's all these women are saying the quality of men is down. And then you're going to have a man that says you picking the wrong men. And so what we have decided to, you're right.
Is that not a possibility? You're implying that that's impossible.
I think at this point it is impossible because you pick who you meet. Okay. And you pick who you have access to.
No, that's not 100% true.
Wait, you pick who you're attracted to. You pick who you're interested in. You pick who's available, right? And so there's a lot of parameters into who you pick. Now, just because I picked an available, attractive man who has expressed interest of me does not now make me responsible for all of his failures. That's not the answer.
If you pick 5 guys that all look and feel alike, it's your fault.
But we just said we don't pick the same guy.
Exactly. I just told you I went outside the box. I went in the box. I've been.
If you look at all of those guys, if you look at the last 5 guys, I'm willing to bet, and audience, please chime in. I'm willing to bet that they have some similarities.
Let me tell you,
all either in behavior or looks or something.
All of mine were
over 45. Honest.
All of mine were over 45. All of mine, 4 out of the 5 were black. One was Puerto Rican. They all were professional. They were all professional men who had good careers.
Okay.
They were all either divorced or had children of a certain age, like teenagers or older.
Indeed.
And that's what they had in common. The rest of it,
they also have in common that it didn't work out.
Right, but I'm saying personality, it worked out for different reasons for each one. I'm telling you what they had in common. Because you're saying I'm picking the same guy. I'm saying they were over 45. Most of them were black. They were professionals. They were either divorced or single with kids that were at least teenage. They didn't have young kids. So that's what they all had in common. They all had very, very different personalities, and we all had very different struggles. So when you tell me to pick better, I'm picking the best.
I'm not saying unilaterally pick better.
You can't listen to Rodney.
You can't listen to me.
I will never.
He can't even keep up with the damn question he asked you. You know what I mean?
What's the question?
You're telling him what all you had in common. You know what I mean? And you're just trying to deflect. You're gaslighting her.
What a man will do.
What a man will do.
Well, y'all little buzzwords gaslight.
No, because you know what? This is the thing. Because men always get mad at that word now because we actually have a term for what it is.
Oh, he don't like it.
The whole time we've been dating, we'll say since we was in the 8th grade, why she always walking by your locker? Man, you crazy. I don't even know that girl. So by the time you taking her to the senior dance, it's like, I thought you didn't even know her. I was crazy. And it goes on today. Hey, what's up with this? That ain't nothing. You making that sum, it ain't nothing. So when it becomes the thing I already knew it was, you was trying to make me think I was so crazy when you was doing exactly what I knew you was doing. That's gaslighting. That's jacked up. And y'all do it like daily.
All the time.
All the time.
I think men don't want to get to know nobody, man. They're just waiting for the next better one, like which one looks better, which one they think is better to come. And that's why they always end up alone and left like clowns.
And you know what? Their greatest fear is being alone. A man is gonna be alone, and that's why they always try to project that onto us. That's why you're gonna be alone and die with your cats. Don't threaten me with a good time.
You're right.
What's crazy about men, because they're not emotionally developed creatures, which goes back to how they were raised, they can't be alone. They can't stand to be in the room by themselves. So if the girlfriend go out of town, they got the next bitch in the room. If the wife visits the family, they got the side chick right there. A man won't file for divorce unless he got another one lined up. A woman will divorce you to go be by herself. So let's talk about what we're talking about.
They can't be alone. That's the
They
truth.
can't
I
be
got
alone.
a son. I got a son. They are very emotional creatures from birth. You know what I mean? Very emotional creatures. They can't be alone. Somebody probably sitting by Rodney Foot right now. He can't be alone. He can't be alone.
So he got all them kids, so he won't never have to be by himself.
Never
Okay,
have
he
to be
know he
by
gonna have at
himself.
least one kid that's gonna come hang out with Pop.
Ladies, I purposely allowed this tirade to go on. Okay, you guys are doing a wonderful job of establishing the gripes of
Gripes.
these are definitely gripes.
No, this is just real information.
This is facts. These are
This is
facts.
I mean, but it is absolutely a gripe. You guys disagree with the word gripe, really?
Yeah. I disagree with the word gripe.
All
If
right.
I said today was Wednesday, is that a gripe? If I say today's Wednesday,
If today is Thursday, yes, that's a gripe.
but it's Wednesday.
But it's
so not a
Wednesday.
gripe.
It's Wednesday.
But it's Wednesday. See how he gaslight? He's gaslighting unbeknownst to him. This is crazy.
He has no
Right
other way
in
to
front of
communicate.
our eyes.
He has no other way to communicate.
In the words of the great LeBaron Burton, y'all are definitely griping. Okay.
I don't trust him from his hat.
Hey, it's a reason I invited both of you this morning, because when I saw Eunice, I was like, oh, Eunice ain't enough. I need somebody else that disagrees with everything in the world. Okay.
Let me say, Randy and I have never had a conversation about this with each other.
Never.
No. I'm convinced that you guys are on the same page, not necessarily on purpose. All right. Let's bring in a single guy. Let's bring in a single guy to the conversation.
Oh boy.
Because
hey, Blake, let me stretch. Let me stretch.
Y'all better stretch. The man, the myth, the legend himself. He's a professional. He's got a beard, and he happens to be a male. Welcome to the show, Mr. Hopgood.
Oh.
You muted, Hop. You muted.
Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, Hollywood.
First and foremost, I want to say your perspective is spot on in certain senses and situations. But what you have to, yes, I'm going to give you a classic example. I take responsibility. Some of the things you were saying were accurate. As a man, I picked the same kind of woman. So for me to say, oh, all the women ain't good out here, that would be disrespectful to people, to women, especially because I come from a woman.
To anybody with ovaries.
Yes, absolutely. Because I picked the same gold digging women, light skin, gold digging. So I can't say all women are bad. That's me. That's
he said light skin, Randy. You heard him.
Well, that is a reflection on me and me. I have to take a step back and look at what I'm doing. What am I doing, and why am I not searching deeper? Because I'm a deep person. Why am I not going deeper? Why am I being superficial? I cannot blame women for the women I picked.
So wait, Hopgood, you wouldn't look inside yourself for the answers?
Absolutely, I had to.
Wow, that's crazy.
I had to.
Just picking ass.
And here's the $2 food stamp question, ladies. Everything that we are comes from you. We are a byproduct of a woman. A woman is a product. She is the producer of life. She's the giver of life. The first man a woman understands love from or adores, derived from the Latin word adorare, is from a woman.
Hold on, Derek had a great question, ladies. Ask them, do they believe in 50-50 on money? I personally, your money is no good in my world. If you're my woman, your money is no good. But go ahead, Randy.
Derek is broke asking us this question.
No, I don't believe in that 50-50 thing. The thing that I do, because now, Rodney, I'm officially in a relationship.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Is that the young lady that was in the background the other day?
I refuse to answer that question.
I hope so.
You will not shame my woman.
I think I saw your woman naked.
Whoa,
listen,
Rodney.
And ladies,
I didn't do it on purpose.
Yeah, it wasn't on purpose thing. We were in LA. Listen, ladies,
freaky FaceTime neighbors.
I respect everything y'all saying. And as a man who's been single for a while, professional male who can have it his way, have his picks. I've been knowing the lady that I'm dating now for 31 years. We went to college together. We've been in the same circle. She's dated some people I know. I've dated some people she knows. And those people are coming for us. They're leaving inboxes They can't have a receipt on me because I'm not a dirty person. Like one girl said, oh, well, I heard he was dating this person. This was 14 years ago. But I say all that to say, I had to delve within myself and ask myself, what is it that I need? And you made a comment that men are so needy. Women are so needy too. And y'all don't like being alone too. Listen, sisters, there's some dirty people out there. My girl got friends. And she's like, is there anybody else like you? I said, absolutely not, because they're not going to face the trials and tribulation trial, what it is to be a man. So you got to take responsibility. You got to delve past the looks, past a certain thing. There are certain things.
Wait a minute, Hopgood. Are you saying that these ladies get all these gripes because they have failed as women?
No, absolutely not. They're not.
No, and I didn't hear him. I didn't hear him say that.
I didn't hear him say that either.
He didn't say that. I do want to say, Hollywood. You just said it when you say your girl asked her friends asked, is it men like you? That's very unique as a man to take a step back and do that self-reflection and work. I feel like that's what we're missing, because what happens is I have a lot of single girlfriends, and it's not because we can't get a man or we can't find a man. It's about finding a man that's going to be on my same vibration and that we can build and grow. We're older.
You don't want a man on your same vibration. That's a woman.
But
a woman.
Absolutely not, right?
There ain't no man on your same vibration. Everybody free.
That's not what
everybody free. Everybody free.
He's a gaslighter.
I'm definitely gaslighting. It's gaslight time for Rodney Perry.
Everybody knows that you're just trying to be ridiculous now, Rodney.
I'm not trying to. I know I'm making a point.
You can't have somebody on the same vibration as
right.
If somebody's on your same vibration, they happen to be the same. They're a woman.
So you say I'm gonna pull a mask off and I'm gonna have lipstick? That's what you're telling me, right?
No. What I'm saying is you're not on the same vibration.
No, what I'm saying when I say vibration, I mean low, medium, high, right? So I'm a high vibration.
In the same vicinity is what you're saying, Rodney.
Right.
Understanding. It's a medium. It's finding the medium that's going to work within the fabric of what you're trying to do in a relationship. But in order to be able to do that, you have to delve within yourself. I had to delve with myself. It's like, you know what, Charles, you're superficial sometimes. Sometimes you can be an asshole.
Was you talking to yourself like that? Was you talking to yourself?
Man, my inner voice is a complete a-hole. He calls me big nose, everything. He gets on me. But I have to do that because I'm so enthralled with the truth. I want to know the truth. Like, why am I this? Why is this? Because it just can't be black and white. People will paint a picture of such beautiful things. They can look beautiful from the surface of the picture, but what are they mixing the paint with? That's what I have to delve in, because I'm 50. I just turned 53. And I said, man, I got to, because at the end of the day, if I don't, the evolution of life will never come to fruition in my spirit.
Evolution. And let me say, that is the number one thing men seem to be afraid of, is evolving into who they could be at an older age. I just had a conversation with a 50-year-old man who I said, it's weird that the stuff you did at 16 is still interesting and fun to you at 50. At 50, you have more access, more resources, not to not have fun, but to have an elevated evolved.
Now let me speak on that. I still love NWA. I still put Fruity Pebbles in my cereal, in my Fruity Pebbles in my ice cream.
I'm talking about primarily with women.
Oh.
It was exciting to get a bunch of girls to like you, probably from your teenage years.
But not now.
At 50,
I run away from it now.
If you have not evolved to want a partner to vibe out with and do life with and travel the world with and have adventures with, that's weird. If you still stuck on what
let me help you.
Was that 50-year-old newly divorced though?
No, ain't never been married. Ain't never been married.
Hold on.
That's a whole nother realm.
Let me throw this.
And I said, this ain't normal. And he said, I'm Peter Pan. I never want to grow up. I said, and that's the problem with you men, is y'all want to stay on page one of the
let's not sweep with a broad.
And don't want to ever turn the page to see how the story go.
Let's not sweep
Rodney
with
said, don't attack Peter Pan.
Hold on, guys. Let's not sweep with a broad brush. Let's not say all men.
I didn't say all men. I said the men I was having a conversation with. I'm referring to the men.
You started with him
earlier.
You started with him.
That's why I came on.
Him.
I may have said most men.
You said all.
You did. You said all. But that's okay. That's neither here nor there. I won't hold you to that.
Well,
I will say this.
I think obviously.
Hold on. Eunice Elliott, please.
So I think if we can use
Eunice Elliott, please.
You can't talk, Uncle Rodney.
Please.
You need a mute.
I'm not gonna mute anybody. I'm not taking anybody off the screen, but please. All right, let's really try to figure this out. Let's do it at the top of the hour. I'm gonna take a break. When I come back, more show. Oh my God.
I like Hollywood.
Oh God, because he is coming in with this pimp shit. All
Because
right, here we go. Hollywood is a pimp.
Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
We are back in full effect. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live, and a rousing discussion this morning in the first hour. We talked about politics, we talked about the baby, and we end up talking about relationships, interpersonal relationships with Black men and Black women, why they're not working. And what I would love for us to come out with is with some sort of solution. Maybe we can't do that in an hour. Maybe we can't do that in 30 minutes. But I think my guests are making some valid points. Eunice Elliott, comedian, Randy Sky, Mr. Hopgood, Charles Hopgood, and joining the conversation, LeBaron. That is Miss Eunice, comedian Randy Sky, Hopgood, and the homie LeBaron. Join us. Got Eunice in the center of all of what's going on. So Eunice, you haven't given up on love, but men have obviously failed.
Who told you that?
He retired.
But the guys you have dealt with have failed. So does that make you put you in a position where you think all men will fail?
Well, I don't speak in all men, obviously. I do believe there is an opportunity for someone to meet me and genuinely fall in love with me, and I will be able to feel all of it, and we'll have a great, wonderful life together. I do believe that. Now, I'm retired from dating because the paradigm shift in dating is you meet a stranger, there's a physical attraction, and then you hope that y'all have the same values and hope y'all believe in the same things and hope y'all have the same level of respect. And then it just becomes an endurance sport. And a whole while you see this person is not vibing, you're not vibing with them. And so the biggest issue,
real quick, Eunice, real quick, and you don't have to answer this. Is it sexual? Is he not satisfying you sexually?
It has nothing to do with sex.
Or is that a non-issue?
That's a non-issue. It has nothing to do with sex. What I'm saying to you is, let me give you an exact perfect example of what I repeatedly find. Now, you know me, and I'm pretty booked and busy. I wake up to emails, people asking me, can I do this thing on this day at this time for this money in exchange? So I actually have a very clear attachment to the value of my time, right?
Okay.
So then when I meet a guy that I'm attracted to and want to become accessible to, he's not paying for the time. He can tell me the time he wants to spend. I'm going to make sure I'm going to be accessible and available for when he can spend time, right? But I also understand my time is valuable. I have to suspend reality when I'm dating because now I have to believe I'm not worthy of a return phone call. I have to believe I'm not worthy of communication. I now have to believe I'm not worthy of effort. I have to now believe that if someone stands me up, it's okay. I now have to believe no one has to be honest with me in order to maintain this relationship. When in the real world, I deal with professionals who do what they say they're going to do.
Okay, perfect. Let's stop right there. Okay. We understand where you're coming from. You have similar issues, Randy Sky?
No, I'm about to just sign up and be gay.
And then there's that too.
How about this? Gay women are just as toxic.
Really?
And they can beat you up.
And ain't got time.
I'm gonna just give my life to God because I don't feel like all of this. I don't feel like this with men. I agree with what Eunice says. Like, it's just too much games being played. You know, like you said, you got to get used to being stood up. You got to accept more bullshit that you would never, ever accept.
Ever.
Just to, you know, just to, in the bigger scheme of things, get some dick and get a date, get a meal, you know, some companionship, you know?
Hey, LeBaron, you wanted to join.
Something more.
Hold one second, Miss Randy. LeBaron, you wanted to join the conversation. What are you adding?
So here's the thing. Hopgood, thank you for what you said, bro. Thank you.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you too, sir.
Here's the thing. From someone that's been married 21 years, all right? 21 years, 5 kids, hold down the fort, you know. It makes me nervous, or it pushes my buttons when we talk to each other about each other in general perspectives, meaning men, right, and women. Like if I have a conversation with my wife and I say, you know how women is, she is going to hit the roof because first thing she gonna say is, I'm not women, I'm your wife. I bear your kids. I had 5 of your big-headed kids rip my, loins apart. So when we talk about men in that aspect, what a lot of women don't know is that you're turning off the men that are really men. Because when you get to a certain age, I'm 47 years old. I don't even give everybody the title of man. To me, that's an earned title. There's a lot of boys around here walking around with a third appendage at the age of 40, 42, or whatever. They're not men. So when I hear people saying men this and men that, I'm like, why are they giving these idiots credit for being something that they aren't? Because apparently they aren't, right? They haven't earned those positions. And then we have to look at it from the point of women outnumber men to what perspective? I don't even know what it is. I know years ago.
It varies depending on the city you're in across the country, but it could be anywhere from 2 to 1 to 5 to 1. Okay, so the thing is you're dealing with a minority out there, right? Land the plane, little man. What you saying? You're dealing with a minority out there. If you speak toward the minority as a majority, they are picking the wrong guys. Perfect. Randy Scott, what are you saying?
Nah, because it's bullshit. Because why are we not addressing that these men are good liars? You think we just automatically picking the dude like, okay, yeah, he look good, but I know he gonna lie to me. I know he gonna stand me up. I know his credit score bad. No, men are good liars. Why are we not addressing that? Why are we not talking about the mask that men will wear to make you think that they got it all figured out? You got to dig in there and get all of that. Like, let's not, like, why are you acting like men don't be lying? You meet their representative. They don't tell you who the hell they are off top. You meet their representative.
And let me add on to that. Let me just ask the 3 men, beautiful men. Have you ever lied to a woman?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't know. Let me finish. So I don't know why then the burden is then put on women for picking the wrong men when you yourself know that you have lied to a woman to manipulate a situation. Like we somewhere just picking men out the gutter. We're picking men who are presenting something to us.
Well said, Eunice. Go ahead, Hopgood. Go ahead.
In the same sense of you saying that men lie, we come from you. Women are better liars than we are. What about, oh, that's really your kid. Oh, I need this money for this. Oh, that.
We're not saying women don't lie too.
But we understand
it's
that.
It's not about us right now.
I hear what you're saying.
This is an all lives matter type conversation.
I hear what you're saying.
You making it all lives matter right now.
Ladies, we let y'all have the floor. Hopgood has the floor, please.
I'm landing.
You got to stick to the subject.
No, but you're generalizing that men are this way and that way.
Thank you.
That is not fair to people like LeBaron or Rodney or myself. I totally concur with you and and the quality of men that are out there, just like but you haven't touched on the quality of sisters that are out there.
Bring it home, Hollywood. Bring it home. Bring it home.
You haven't touched on quality.
Don't date women.
Listen,
We can't speak on that.
Anything worthwhile takes investigation.
Let me ask all of you another question. You got two beautiful single women here.
Right.
Do either of you have one friend you would introduce us to?
No.
I have?
One male friend that you would say, this is a dude I would vouch for. I would introduce.
She just gave it to us, Rodney. Watch this. Absolutely not. But guess what? By me being a real man and telling you that separates me from the generalization that you're trying to place me.
I'm not
Rodney
generalizing.
and
My point is, I know you have a lot of friends. And you don't have one that you would vouch for. Yes, I appreciate you being honest about that. But my point is, I done already dated all your friends, so I know you don't have one to vouch for. So I didn't.
First of all, I only have like two friends. I only have two friends. Right. Everybody else is social acquaintances. Okay, but look, let's go here, lady. You know,
can I say one more thing?
You're gonna say it anyway. Go ahead.
The way that some men will pick on, if I say men or most men or all men, totally missing the point of the conversation is further the point. Because if I said two men, if I said three men, I think when I say I think it's a given.
Get to the point, Eunice. Get to the point. Bring it home.
You think it's a given.
I've literally have never met every man in the world. I haven't dated. I mean, I think that's a given. So I don't think I have to tell you every man's name.
Make your point, Eunice. You got 1 minute.
7,200 men that I know. So I think that misses the point when y'all just keep harping on. Well, you said all men. You said all men. It's not all men. You said all men.
All right.
You know what?
Words are power.
Everybody, please. Rodney Perry has the floor. Thank you. And I want to thank you all for being for popping in and giving your ideas and sharing your stories. Let's say the ladies are right. Matter of fact, I know you're right. I know you're right. I know guys are horrible. Guys they lie. They make bad decisions. They're married. They got girlfriends, and they still come into your life. I know that. It's still, as the picker, it's still incumbent upon you to pick a great guy. I would hope I'm raising 5 girls. I would hope that I've raised them in such a way they would pick a great guy. But guess what? They're gonna miss. Yeah. And as you gain more information over a lifetime, some people pick a great guy at 20. They get lucky. You guys might not get to pick a great guy to 55. To 45, and vice versa to the woman. Some of us picked a great woman early. We got lucky, right? I don't know if I could be suddenly single right now. I don't want to be in any of y'all shoes.
Oh boy! Because men can't be alone. We discussed that.
But wait a minute.
Nobody should be alone. Hold on, Barry.
That's what we were discussing before y'all came on.
No. The question is,
crazy when we said that.
No. Men can't be alone. Let's address that. You're right. And furthermore, the difference between a man and a woman is a man is not going to be alone. You shouldn't, as a woman, be
when he already
be alone. That's not right.
He's not going to be alone. Even when he already isn't alone, he will not be alone.
I'm not good. If my wife left here tomorrow, nigga, I would have somebody else in this motherfucker take care of this bitch in 3 months.
Because you have no couth. You have no couth.
Call it what you want to call it, Randy Stein. I'm saying you shouldn't be alone either.
Yes.
I'm not gonna be putting up.
You shouldn't settle for that. Go ahead, Eunice. Go ahead, Eunice.
You guys are missing. We are created for companionship. We are created to be compatible. We are created to be together. So the fact that so many women of an advanced age, I'm 47, I've been dating for 31 years. So the fact that so many women have said, I would rather just do this thing on my own because I'm tired of the anxiety, the stress, the disappointment, the depression, not because I'm picking all the wrong.
I don't think a lot of women are saying that though. I disagree with you on that.
Listen, there's a Psychology Today article. I'll do this on my podcast.
That's white women. That's white women. All the magazines is white women.
You have 2 black women on your show right now who have said the same thing. So what I'm saying that the 2 that you have here have already said this. I would rather have my peace and my sanity and have a high vibration than to lower my vibration just to have a piece of a person just because I don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
If you as a human being decide you're going to have a piece of a person, you will. I think you need to change your ultimate paradigm. Your paradigm that's allowing guys to fail in your eyes creates the atmosphere for them to fail.
Allowing them to fail in my eyes. Okay, you said allowing them to fail in my eyes, meaning another person would not find those things.
If you go into the situation knowing it's going to fail, it's going to fail.
I don't go into situations to fail.
I
just dated a guy to break up with him.
No, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you go into a situation with the attitude that you guys have, the only thing that you're going to attract is the guys that think that they want to do what they can do to break that. So that's
why everybody freeze. Everybody freeze. Great conversation, guys. Hey, everybody freeze. Everybody freeze. Great conversation. We're back out of this. Play the game to sweep of the nation. The name of the game is this or that. This or that. All you got to do is tell us which one you prefer. This or that. All right, Eunice Elliott, this or that. McDonald's or Burger King?
Burger King.
McDonald's, nice. Randy Scott, McDonald's or Burger King?
Burger King.
Really? I thought you
for the burger better. The burger better.
All right. You like the flame broil. All right. LeBaron, McDonald's or Burger King?
Burger King.
He takes the cane. And Hollywood Hopgood.
When I ate beef, it was Burger King, but McDonald's fries is always, and McDonald's
I knew he was
always
a vegan
choice. I'm not a vegan.
You knew he was a vegan?
I'm not a vegan. I just don't eat beef. That's why I don't look 53.
All right, moving on. You look every bit of 50 for the record.
You're a hater. You're a hater.
I'm definitely a hater. All right, moving on. This or that, smoke or drink? Hopgood.
Drink.
Hopgood's a drinker. Randy Scott.
Oh, damn. You see what he did? Y'all see what he did?
What he did. Oh, okay.
Oh, Hopgood is a drink.
Smoke a drink.
Smoke a drink.
Smoking Zaza every day.
Every day, all day, every day, son.
Straight
Eunice Elliott, smoke a drink.
Drink.
What's your drink of choice, if I may ask?
Margarita.
Really? Is that a top shelf margarita or just a bootleg margarita?
I like Casamigos.
Okay. LeBaron.
I don't know if that's top shelf.
Smoke or drink?
You talking to me?
Yes.
Neither.
Can't say neither.
I knew he was gonna say
that. I guess if I gotta choose, it would be drink, I guess.
If you gotta choose, he take a drink.
He be stealing. Right. He don't smoke or drink.
All right, here we go. The name of the game is this or that. Eunice Elliott, therapist or a friend?
Therapist.
Really? Okay. Hopgood, therapist or a friend?
I've had both.
They
go pick one.
At this point, friend.
All right, love it.
I don't like none of y'all right now. How's that?
Niggas want to give. They want to give think pieces on every question you ask.
No.
This or that, therapist or friend?
Friend.
Okay, grown ass man. And finally, Randy Scott, therapist or friend?
Well, see, because of the white man, we no.
Look into the camera.
A friend.
Fred. All right, moving on. The name of the game is this or that. My name is Rodney Bray. You're tuning in to Rodney Bray Live. Miss Eunice, a Benz or a BMW?
Oh, BMW.
Ooh. My buddy said once you
That's
buy
the
a
problem
BMW,
right
you're gonna
there.
buy another car. LeBaron,
Yeah, I just left my BMW to go to a Lexus, but I would do BMW.
That's the problem right there.
LeBaron, Benz or BMW?
What happened to Aldi?
LeBaron,
This or
Benz
that.
or BMW?
This or that.
BMW.
Goodness gracious. Randy Scott, Mercedes Benz or Bavarian Motor Works?
You know we pulling up in the Benz.
Okay. And finally, Mr. Hopgood, Benz or BMW?
Mercedes.
Mercedes Benz it is. The town that. All right, guys.
I'd like to say, based on how they answer these questions, Rodney, you don't know how to pick good men.
You don't either. Yeah, you picked
They don't
the
follow
wrong
instructions.
No,
They don't follow
absolutely.
You picked the
Let me tell you
wrong
something.
man.
You picked the
You are
wrong
absolutely
men,
a
Rodney.
saint. I would be a horrible gay dude. I would never know.
Rodney, you picked the wrong men because they
Oh
didn't
my
follow the
God, they
instructions.
just love men bashing.
All right, here we go. Randy Scott, football or baseball?
Football.
Football. LeBaron, football or baseball?
Football.
Hopgood, football or baseball?
Why'd you say hockey?
Football.
Eunice Elliott, football or baseball?
Football.
Wow, unanimous. It's all the way across the board. And I'm sure that that's affected by the times too. Because when I was growing up, it was absolutely baseball. And baseball has lost ground over the last 20 years.
I want to see them tight butts in them pants. Football. First down. First down.
And I'm disrupted.
All right, here we go. Eunice Elliott, this is for you.
I like to watch Randy objectify men. I like that.
Randy is the best. All right, here's the question. This or that, peaceful retreat or nah, motherfucker? Let's argue.
Oh, peaceful retreat.
Oh, Randy.
Randy Scott. No. LeBaron.
I like peace.
Peaceful
Give me
retreat
peace.
or nah, motherfucker? Let's argue.
Give me peace.
All right, he said peace. All right, Hollywood Hopgood.
Peaceful retreat.
Wow.
Let's go. Come on.
Randy Scott.
Well, first off, I want to thank God and
Peaceful retreat or nah, motherfucker? Let's argue.
let's do peaceful retreat. I'm a peaceful person.
It works.
I'm absolutely a nah, motherfucker. Let's argue type person.
I
We
know
can
that's why you
tell,
keep
Rodney,
inviting
you
us on.
gaslighter, you deflector.
That's why you keep inviting us on your show.
Yes.
Mama Miss say peaceful retreat. Wow.
I think
We're almost to
LeBaron
the
lying.
end.
He be fighting. He be
This
fighting.
or that, kids or adults? Eunice.
I need an age range on the kids.
No age range. It's whatever you say.
That's a hard one.
That's a yeah.
If I can pick the age of the kids, then kids.
Let's go.
Okay. What age is in your mind? What age would you prefer?
5.
Do you like past toddler?
They potty train, but can't drive a car.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Hopgood, kids or adults?
Because I'm thinking, hear me out. I'm thinking from a perspective of if I can delve into them and give them something good to take to the world, then
Don't delve into no kids.
God damn. An adult then. I mean, you're not gonna R. Kelly me on this show.
That's why I wanted you not to go down. All right. LeBaron, kids or adults?
Are we talking about what we got to deal with?
Whatever you want it to be is your choice.
This or that.
Look, considering Randy right now, I'm gonna take kids because at least kids, there's hope for them to change. You know, they're not stuck in the way.
Randy Sky, kids or adults?
I'm gonna say kids because you can tell them sit down, sit down, go to bed, get out of here, shut your ass up.
But she's not aggressive.
She never said she wasn't aggressive. She never said.
I love children, but I'd rather be around adults all day, every day.
Nah, you've been around a bunch of comedians.
I like
before?
grown-ups.
I would pick kids any day.
Really? We on here with all adults right now that we enjoy each other.
I only like.
You can't argue with no kid, Eunice.
I'm just playing.
I literally argue with kids.
Oh God!
Damn, why you eating that candy like that?
I argue with kids too. I agree.
But you know what?
Look at y'all
putting challenge them on something. It's a great way to get a kid to be creative, to challenge them on something they
oh my God.
Challenge them on it. I have 2 goddaughters. My 7-year-old goddaughter, we were talking about her favorite book. And she said a book that is not the book I gave her that I wrote, right? And this 7-year-old said, well, Auntie Eunice, kids like funny books. Maybe make your next book funny. And that was
she probably won't get another gift till she's 82 years old.
That was right. But that was a great note from a kid that my children's books are not funny, right? And so that's a great note to have, little kid.
But how are you gonna tap into your kid funny? I mean, I bomb in front of kids. I
would never do stand up for a kid, but my children's books are based on my dogs. So I could easily insert humor into those stories. I never have before, but that was a really good note to have from a.
You got a dramatic dog book?
My books are about empathy and inclusion. Like, you
boy, the ASPCA is coming to your house right now.
No, it's about you don't have to be the same breed of dog to get along and enjoy the same things. And hopefully young people will know they don't have to look like their best.
So your book is about nigger dogs and white dogs.
Yeah.
The ASPCA is over there right now.
It's the same thing for men and women. And let me offer this, the perspective, the difference of perspective. I had an ex that tried to get me back for 17 years. In those 17 years, he brought up all the great memories he had of our relationship. He had kept things I had given him for 17 years. Keep in mind, I didn't have those great memories because he cheated on me. I didn't have no gifts or nothing to show him that I kept. He had a very different experience, was right there with me. And that's the overreaching thing is men and women are having very different experiences in dating. And I think when a woman tells you her experience, even though you are a man, you have never dated a man. So you should not challenge the overwhelming experience that women are having by dating men because you have literally never done it.
So wait a minute.
Eunice.
Everybody freeze. We not about to have this conversation right now, but we may go back to it.
She went all the way back.
Well, all right. That was bothering me. Did y'all act like y'all have ever tried to date a man before? That was bothering me.
This or that.
They might have dated a man before.
Wait a minute.
Eunice Elliott, this or that.
A good man, you gotta be one.
Eunice Elliott, this or that. DVD or VHS?
DVD.
Randy Scott, DVD or VHS?
DVD, man.
You can't play neither one of them. LeBaron, DVD or VHS?
DVD.
All right. And Hollywood Hopgood, DVD or VHS?
DVD.
All right. I think VHS was big. Okay. Anyway. And finally.
You ever pop the tape?
And finally, Randy, hush. The last of the This or That series, Randy Scott. Curve or straight?
What we talking about?
Whatever you want it to be.
What you hold right now.
What are you talking about?
Whatever you get in your little car in the back seat, whatever it is.
Curve.
Good for you. Right. LeBaron, curve or straight?
Man, I don't even know how to answer this question.
Hey, it could be anything in the world. It does not have to be sexual.
All right. I'm a driver. I like to hit the bend. So give me curve.
Curve. So you mean a curvy road?
Yeah.
Good for you.
This one.
Yes. Let me, highlight that. I mean, curvy road. Yeah.
No, we got it. Hop good. Curve or straight?
Curve.
You don't need no more. What?
Man, look, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
And finally, Eunice Elliott, this may answer all your questions.
Curve.
Curve or straight? Curve.
I thought Eunice was going to say she don't matter. She retired.
Which one you like, Rodney?
She has some
Which
curve.
one you like, Rodney?
I wasn't. We
Well,
already
I
said
personally am
bisexual.
curve.
I haven't retired from shape.
Let me tell you, kid, is it true though? You're not born curved. You make yourself that way.
I don't know if that's true.
I don't know.
They said it goes from the direction that
y'all
you
been
jack
watching
off.
too many infomercials. You take the carrot. I've seen it too.
It's the way that you jack off. If you beat to the
It
left, you
builds up
curve
scar
to the left.
tissue. Yeah, and that's why.
First of all, nobody beats to the left unless you're a lefty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but I
Second
don't know.
off,
I don't beat.
No, as long as I can remember as a child, yes, it's
You've beat before.
Stop behind you, Rodney. I hate Rodney.
All right, guys, it's time for us to create a top 10.
The what?
We are, as a group, going to create a top 10.
That means you got to work with us.
All right, here we go. We are working together to create this top 10. Top 10 sandwiches. Top 10 sandwiches.
Let's go.
Eunice, give us a sandwich that should be on the list.
I'm going to go with the Club Lulu from Jimmy John's.
Club Lulu? What the hell? What is that?
It's kind of a pretty basic cold cuts type thing.
With
But
bacon?
I like Jimmy John's bread. You have to add cheese. They don't naturally put cheese on it.
Club Lulu from Jimmy John.
Yeah, add cheese.
Add cheese. All right. Hop good. Who do you want to throw on there?
The Arby's roast beef and cheddar. With the
Arby's?
With the onion roll.
Don't put that on our damn list.
Beef and cheddar. That's that cheddar sauce.
Yes. When I was eating beef, yes.
I was about to say, and you just said you don't eat beef. See how men be lying?
Oh my God.
Arby's roast beef and cheddar.
No beef.
You can't besmirch his pick.
Besmirch.
I said it.
He said it.
Randy Sky, what's your contribution to this top 10?
You know what? I want to go with a classic sandwich for my first selection. A classic sandwich. Everybody's dropping name brands. Everybody's, going to out the house to make it. But what I'm going to give you is a classic sandwich that never is basic. It never gets old. And that's a grilled cheese.
Oh, yeah. What kind of cheese you putting on that?
It depends. Like I'm a gourmet cheese type of girl. So I might throw some Havarti mixed with some cheddar. You know what I mean?
You want to throw some Havarti on the grilled cheese?
Yes, it melts so well. And if you want to really jazz it up, Boar's Head butter case cheese, best cheese that melts. I'm a cheese connoisseur.
Oh, you got Havarti and you go Boar's Head? This is $1,000 cheese sandwich.
I love it. She keeps you guessing. That's what I love about Randy. Keep you guessing.
All right. We talk about a guy that knows flavors. LeBaron, what's your sandwich?
Man, Randy got me with the grilled cheese, so I'm gonna have to go with patty melt.
Patty melt is a good fucking thing. Hey, it's hard to make a bad patty melt.
That's a good one.
That's a real good one.
I'm about to take it back to the little boy. Y'all say y'all love kids? Peanut butter and jelly.
Classic.
Okay, then let me ask you this,
before we move on, what's your peanut butter choice?
I like creamy. I don't like crunchy.
Oh, definitely creamy. Definitely creamy. But what brand?
Skippy. Is it Skippy?
You go Skippy. Eunice, what you go?
I'm not a
peanut butter
fan. I'm not a peanut butter fan.
Oh, LeBaron, what's your peanut butter choice?
I gotta use what I use on my popcorn. I gotta go Skippy.
You go Skippy. And Hopgood, what's your peanut butter choice?
Jif.
Choosy moms choose Jif.
You mother.
Hey, no bullshit. It's about 3 or 4 different things that I still pick up because the slogan echoes in my head 50 years later.
Hey,
peanutty difference in Jif.
let me tell you why I stopped. Let me tell you why I stopped doing Jif, Rodney.
Why?
I stopped doing Jif because my peanut butter popcorn, we actually coated in peanut butter. Okay. I got tired of the recalls. They had in the last 5 years, they done had like 4 recalls.
They do have a little feces in there once in a while.
Yeah.
What?
You say I'm eating shit sandwiches, Rodney. I'm done.
Hey, me too. I'm good. Me too.
Oh man!
All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? We need 5 more sandwiches, guys. Let's go, Ready, Scott.
Let's see. Okay, now everybody know how this sandwich is only in Georgia. You get it from Publix, and it's called the Atlanta Falcon Sub. Rise up.
What's on the Atlanta Falcon
Sub? With their chicken tenders. They make a sriracha mayo, and they put like an orange marmalade on one side. It sounds crazy. It's a party in your mouth.
I've never heard of that. I'm going to
Publix. They only do it at Publix. Tell them you want that Atlanta Falcon Sub.
Nigga, Publix is my store. I'm going today.
Go and get that sub, Rodney.
Rodney, you got a little too excited about this.
Spicy and sweet. Spicy and sweet. They only make it at Publix in Georgia.
Somebody says Smucker's jelly. Ooh.
Oh, that's Hasidity. Yeah.
All right. We got 6. Hopgood, what are you adding?
Respectfully, because they're retiring it in a few days. The McRib.
The McRib?
Respectfully.
Now, I got a McRib story. So my dad, when I was growing up, my dad used to always come home with shit, right? He came home with a case of McRibs, and we put that motherfuckers on a real grill.
Y'all put them where?
On a real grill.
Real grill? Oh my, Randy Scott, you talk about a McRib seasoned up black people nigga style.
Piggies went up.
I'm not no fan of the McRib sandwich at McDonald's because it's too much sauce and they got the big ass onions on it. I ain't no fan, but I'm gonna give you your pick, the McRib.
How did your daddy get a case of McRibs?
Because his daddy was a player.
He would come home with shit.
You don't ask questions.
So I can't get into why.
Yeah.
Somebody paid with McRib.
Yeah. That's the Rodney True Hollywood story. That's late. That come out on DVD. That's late.
All right. Who's next? Who do we miss?
Okay, so I will be honest. I'm not a huge sandwich eater because I'm not a huge bread fan, but I will offer this, and I don't want nobody to tell me it's not a sandwich. Okay.
Okay, it's not. Go ahead.
It's not.
Hot dog.
Hot dog is a sandwich all day.
People be want to argue and talk about hot dog ain't a sandwich.
Well, you gotta get specific though, because there's 1,000 hot dogs.
It is okay. I like Sneaky Pete's. I like their sauce. But
who is that? I've never heard of that. Where's that place?
Is Sneaky Pete's not a national thing?
No.
Okay. You can take any hot dog off the grill with a little extra char, burn it up a little bit. All I need is a little mustard.
Jeff Brown said he did a McRib commercial before. Nobody has said a tuna sandwich yet. Ty Gibbs, we might throw you in there, Ty.
Yeah.
What about a classic turkey?
Pulling up from Detroit.
What about a classic turkey? Classic turkey sandwich.
Hold on, it's not your turn.
Oh, it's not my turn.
It's not your turn, LeBaron.
I gotta go with a Philly cheese.
Oh, the Philly cheese thing. Hold on.
No clap.
Hold on, LeBaron. Do you have provolone or cheese whiz?
But they season it up pretty good.
So, hey, Rodney, I haven't been to Philly yet. That's one of my to-do lists. The first thing I do when I go to Philly is to get a true Philly cheesecake. So I get the hood stuff out here in Chicago and Gary, but they still good to me.
I'm not mad at that.
Provolone.
You go provolone. But all the classic Philly cheesesteak lovers love the provolone.
I do chicken Philly with the provolone.
Yeah. There's provolone out here.
I got one.
Egg
got
salad sandwich.
You know that's black. You know that's black.
That ain't black at all. Y'all Hall say good morning, Rodney, Perry, and friends. Appreciate you. Go ahead, Hop Good.
Wow, she said that cheesecake. That was
cheesesteak. What you got?
I'll go classic. Bacon and egg sandwich.
That's a good one.
You go bacon and egg. How are you preparing that? Is that on toast?
And cheese, right? Bacon, egg, and cheese, right?
All right, my household, if you ate it was the end of the bread, one good piece in the end of the bread, eggs fried hard.
Hell yeah.
You scramble the eggs, it's over hard.
No, fried hard.
Scrambled
egg
hard.
on the sandwich. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Scrambled eggs on the sandwich. You're a serial killer.
Oh my God.
You gotta go over hard if you're gonna go over, because it's gotta lay flat.
Look, it was hard in my house. I appreciate you besmirching my childhood, Randy.
Wait, Hop Good, is it jelly on the sandwich?
No, we took the little jelly packs in case we want some for later.
All right. Jeff Brown said a fried bologna sandwich.
I got one.
Oh.
You got what Randy's got? What you got?
This is another classic one. And you only need white bread. A classic fried fish sandwich.
Of it.
A fish sandwich? What kind of fish we talking? What kind of fish we talking?
What you want?
Well, I almost smoked on the bone.
No, wait a minute. Let her answer.
You want some white? You want some white and filleted with no bone in there.
You want a white? I'm gonna go catfish on my sandwich. That's
you can get catfish to work too.
The catfish basket with the white bread on the side. That's it.
I'm gonna trump your fish sandwich with a catfish and or shrimp po' boy.
Po' boy, hell yeah, po' boy, shrimp po' boy. Dog, I had a po' boy with oyster on it too one time.
They got oyster and they do sausage too.
I ain't never had no sausage po' boy. Now, what they fried up?
They put little flat sausage. Oh, it's so good. You got to go down to New Orleans and enjoy it. You got to buy that motherfucker from a gas station.
Yeah.
Where you been to Wawa's? Where you been?
This motherfucker make Wawa's. This was way before Wawa. Hey, Stratton says Popeye's chicken sandwich or Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich.
No. That's a person born in the 90s. Less is hard.
Actually got about 5 sandwiches I like. All right. Is that it? Has everybody got a chance?
Is that 10?
Okay. One more for all the hood people in the 70s. Moment of silence when I say this. I never eat. I ate this before in the past. I don't eat it now.
Syrup sandwich.
No, but that's a good one. Spam and cheese.
That boy was poor.
Well, just the fact that you said spam is enough.
Yeah, you went deep on that one. That one, yeah.
That had canned meat sandwich. That boy was in poverty.
Bruh, they got individually sliced spam in the store right now. I saw it yesterday. Put a tear in my eye.
You a thug. You a thug. How good? You a thug. How good? All right. Here we go.
You know he done ate some spam.
All right. We got, first of all, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We got to get rid of 4. I'm nominating Club Lulu out of here.
Damn. Yeah, that's the goal. We don't know what that is, Eunice.
Nobody knows. Nobody shops at Jimmy John's. Matter of fact, I had a Jimmy John's sandwich make me sick one time.
I am not going to fight for it. I know how to pick the battles. As a loving, caring woman, I will not argue over.
I'm going to get one though. Club Lulu from Jimmy John's add cheese, and they don't arbitrarily add cheese.
That's fine. That's
all right.
I'm also arbitrarily taking off the Arby's roast beef with cheddar.
I'll second that. We got some.
That was white. That was pretty white of you, Hollywood. It was pretty white of you.
That was my credit score.
You too hood. You too hood to put that up. You too hood to put that up. Wow. I can't take off the Falcon sub.
Nah, you can't.
I'm saying we take off the McRib.
Yeah.
But you had the daddy story with it.
Boo.
Take off the hot dog. Take off hot dog.
No,
Hot
because
dog, come on.
a good Chicago dog. Come on now.
He didn't say
That's
Chicago
not
dog.
sandwich.
It's a hot dog.
I will fight to keep a hot dog.
It's not a sandwich.
Literally,
fight
it's
for the hot dog.
Ham on it.
ready
Mayo
Let me
or
shut
mustard.
up. Let me shut up. I almost went to LeBaron.
It is meat encased in bread. Therefore, it is a
You
sandwich.
fight for the hot dog, but
All right, so let's start it off.
Don't fight for that
Here's
sausage.
here's the top 10. Grilled cheese with Havarti cheese.
Or whatever cheese, just grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese.
yeah.
Another cheesy sandwich. You can't have a great sandwich without cheese. The patty melt.
Yeah, that stays.
That's that.
The only sandwich without meat on our list. Peanut butter and jelly.
Grilled cheese don't got no meat.
Why are you bucking this man's list?
You're right. Grilled cheese don't have
I
meat.
gotta keep Rodney in order,
All right.
man. He just be talking sometimes.
Atlanta Falcons. Go to Publix and order the Atlanta Falcons sub. It's got tenders on it. What else it got on it?
It's
Nobody
chicken
had heard of
tenders.
that either. The same as nobody heard no Club Lulu. I'm just saying.
You're
But-
right.
but-
But this
This
sounds
sounds like
good.
somebody.
This
It's the
sounds
fact
better.
It's the fact that you said Jimmy John's. You lost me.
With a proper
What's
voice.
on that sub, Randy Scott?
It is chicken. You know, they chicken tenders. They cut them up and then they toss them in like this little barbecue type of sauce thing, and then they make their own sriracha mayo. And then one side they use like a marmalade on it, and then they use a smoked Gouda cheese, and you can put whatever on it. But
Oh
it's
no,
like
that
a
got to go. That's
spicy
too
sweet
difficult. Everybody,
sandwich.
that's got to go.
Hey,
It's
look.
fire. It sounds crazy, but it's
You-
fire.
Look, Eunice, she got you beat because she said two key things that black people, pop up on: chicken and barbecue. It's got both
it's
of
all-
them.
it's
I've
over.
never
Yeah, I
heard
got
of
that.
it, and we don't like it.
All right.
Well,
Right.
guess
Moving
what?
on.
Lulu didn't make the
The
cut.
Philly
Lulu
cheese
ball.
sandwich, the Philly cheese steak sandwich from Philly with provolone is number 5.
Yeah,
Yes.
we
And now we get into the hood. Bacon and egg
we should go
sandwich.
before that. And then
If you have scrambled eggs on this sandwich, you are indeed a serial killer.
serial killer.
That has been confirmed.
At number 6.
Oh, loose sandwich. That a loose sandwich.
Another hood classic. At number 7, Spam. A Spam
No.
sandwich.
How they beat fried bologna?
I
How?
would like to offer an alternate to the Spam, also from childhood,
Okay.
a Sloppy Joe.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
You know
That's
what?
a good one.
Spam is
That's
the
a good
on the
one.
list.
Sloppy
The
Joe.
Sloppy Joe.
That beat spam. Manwich.
Ooh, the
Put
lunchroom
manwich on
sloppy
there.
Joe.
Manwich beat the spam, baby.
I don't know when or why
Eunice
we
Elliott
fucking-
with the Hail Mary of the Sloppy Joe. Oh
Yeah.
my God, number 7.
Really black.
Where was that before Lulu? How did you not think of that before Lulu?
You know what?
And
It
Jimmy
made me
John.
think of it when you said who eats a loose sandwich. Sloppy Joe popped in my
It's
head.
a
I was like,
loose
That's a loose
sandwich.
ass
only.
sandwich.
That's a
I was
loose
like, I've had
sandwich.
a loose sandwich before. I think I've had one.
Yeah,
All right.
you redeemed yourself with that one.
Yes.
Numbers 7, numbers 8 and 9. Catfish po' boy, shrimp po' boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And finally,
Y'all some of the other ones.
the hoodest of hood classics. At number 10,
Fried bologna.
Syrup sandwich. The poorest sandwich on the list. Wow. What a list.
Now, what
What
kind
a
of syrup you
freaking
using?
top
That's what really
10.
say what hood you from.
See, that's somebody who just want to argue.
Yo,
What's the syrup? But what's the syrup though?
let's look at some of our lists. Ooh, nothing tastes better than a manwich after an ass whooping.
Yeah, that damn manwich.
Candace is in the building. What's up, Candace? Candace says tuna fish sandwich. If I want a tuna fish, I'll eat my lady. All right.
Who lives on Martin? I don't eat no damn tuna.
Mama Miss says syrup sandwich. I don't know what Stella talking about.
That's
The
syrup.
lager.
That's that good boot. That's that good country syrup, Rodney.
I don't know nothing about that.
Oh yeah, it is pretty good. It's pretty
Rodney, you can't say you in the South and you ain't never had no Allegon biscuits and come on,
Is
man.
that syrup that come out the can?
Wait a
That
minute,
dark
why can't it say portobello beef with the croissant? Come on.
Oh, you know what? We didn't go Italian beef from Chicago.
Oh.
The list is locked.
We
didn't even do a White Castle slider.
Nigga, you just made me. I just shit on myself when you said that. Jeff Brown says Arby's is for interracial relationships.
That's cold-blooded.
Jeff Brown also says, I love Jimmy John's. I got a Jimmy John's hat.
Thank you very much.
Hey, how could you
take spam off the list? We did remove spam. Yo, let's go over this top 10 once again. Grilled cheese, Havarti, especially the patty melt, peanut butter and jelly, the ATL Falcon sub. Go to Publix, get you one.
Rodney, grab me
cheese with provolone, bacon and egg sandwich. If you eat this sandwich with scrambled eggs, your ass is a serial killer.
Yep.
We had spam on the list, but we removed spam in lieu of the sloppy Joe.
Respectfully.
Then we came through with the catfish and the shrimp po' boys. You cannot go wrong. I get mine from what's the name of that place? I get my po' boys from God dang it. What's the seafood place? I can't think of it. Anyway. And finally, the poorest of poor sandwiches. The syrup sandwich.
A syrup to you people that have never been from the South.
What did you say?
All right, guys. That's our show for today. Incredible top 10. Incredible relationship debate. Great top 10. This or that was incredible. Well done, guys. The race is still active. Warnock versus Walker. Who do you like? Real quick. Herschel Walker versus Raphael Warnock.
Herschel Walker's retarded. Ain't nobody voting for him.
Yeah, they are.
Hey, it is a dead heat. They're only separated by 30,000 votes. Eunice, Herschel Walker or Raphael Warnock?
Raphael.
LeBaron, I know this is not you don't have a dog in this race, but Raphael Warnock or the great running back Herschel Walker?
I stopped doing coons a long time ago, Rodney.
Ooh, that hurts.
There it is.
Hollywood Hopgood. You got the red on the bottom of your hat. You might be a part of a red state.
Oh my God.
Raphael Warnock or Herschel Walker.
Raphael Warnock.
Hey, you got to see if in Georgia they throw like dirt at each other. It's so funny, man.
It takes
Herschel Walker had a gun to his girl head, but she in the picture, and Raphael Warnock ran over his lady, and she in the picture. Like, which is it? All right.
Ran over.
Eunice Elliott, how do we stay in touch?
You can follow me on all social at Eunice Elliott, 2 L's, 2 T's. And you can see me right now in a Sprouts commercial with my lovely interracial family.
Ooh.
That's why she named that sandwich, Rodney.
They're all
They can work home.
I left them there. They were all actors. And you can catch me on Queen Sugar next week's episode, next Tuesday night.
Nice.
All right.
Randy Sky, how do we stay in touch?
Pray for me. Just keep me lifted up in prayer.
I did mine early. So
and follow me at comedian Randy Sky, man. I'm all over. Just catch me, man. Catch me. I'm outside. Catch me outside.
You're definitely outside.
Thursday.
And
November
if you miss
17th, November 17th, Uptown Comedy Corner, me and the girls, whole squad funny, where we mix stand up with improv. So y'all pull up on us, man, next week.
I love that. I love that. And also, if any groupies out there, Randy will let you eat her butt out in the back of her car.
No.
In the front.
Once a year.
In the front.
Once a year.
We already met her quota for the year.
Shoot your shot. I say shoot your shot. You never know. All right. LeBaron from Popcorn World. Tell us about the product, man.
Popcorn World, world's largest popcorn store. Make over 250 flavors of gourmet popcorn. Anything from strawberry cheesecake to crab leg.
I bet you don't got Randy's butt.
No.
I bet you don't got that flavor.
I bet you we don't too. And then you can catch me on all social media, LeBaron Burton.
Love it. Hollywood Hop Good. How do we stay in touch?
Hollywood Hop _06 for my fraternity brothers, Alpha Alpha Fraternity Incorporated 06, and Charles L. Hopgood on Facebook.
Yo, incredible show today, guys. Thank you, each and every one of you. I will be more mindful how I address my female counterparts, and to all you comedians out there, it's not cool to gaslight. Right?
Yes.
To our lady panelists, run the guys by me and Rodney. We're gonna tell you what the real is.
I'm not running.
I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be a part of that.
I don't want to be a part of that.
Not by Rodney.
Hey, y'all, that's our show for today. My name is Rodney Perry. You tuned in the Rodney Perry.
Oh, Lord.
Hey, where's the little button? Oh, there it goes. It's over.
Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.